Hey guys, Susan from Positively Fit You here, and in this video, I'm going to do some talking about sugar, which I do talk about a lot. Now, when I first start working with my clients one-on-one or with groups of participants in my challenge groups, sugar is one of the very first things that I talk about. As many of you know, I'm very passionate about getting off of sugar and sugar addiction because I used to be a sugar addict myself. Pretty bad. So I know firsthand what it's like, and I also am proud to say that I am off of sugar, and it's unbelievable how much better we're capable of feeling when sugar isn't a part of our lives. Now, when I got off of sugar, it's not like I quit once and I was good forever. There were times when I went back to it. Then I would spiral for a little while, and then I would quit again and go through withdrawal again, and then I'd be good for a while, and then I would go back. It was not like a light switch. What happens with a lot of my clients with sugar is what happened to me quite a few times, and maybe it's happened to you. You quit sugar, you feel crappy for a few days, then you feel better, then you're super proud of yourself for being off of sugar, and you feel so much better. But then along comes a holiday or a birthday weekend. Maybe you decide to have some cake or cookies because you're off of sugar. You won't spiral, you'll be fine, right? And maybe it didn't go the way that you had planned. Maybe you had a lot more than you'd wanted. Then on the Monday after the weekend, you craved it, so you gave in and you had some on Monday. And then Tuesday, I've been there. So I want to talk to you about the way that I like to look at sugar and what has helped me tremendously over the years. One thing that I used to do that many of you may experience is I would maybe get a little bit cocky or have a little bit of an ego and say, oh, I'm fine, I'm off of sugar, I can have a little bit and I'll be fine. I won't continue with it because I know how good I feel being off of it. So then I would have just one, whatever, piece of cake, cookie, piece of chocolate, donut, cupcake. Then I'd think, wow, that was really good. What's one more? So I'd have another one. Then those one or two turn into three or four or more. And then the sugar's in our blood because if you remember from one of my other sugar videos, sugar affects us like a drug would. And with me, it's almost as if there was a line that I would cross. And once I crossed that line, I would think, oh my gosh, well, I just totally screwed up. And then I would sabotage myself by eating more and more, even if in my head I knew that I would feel like crap later. I would often think, well, I obviously don't deserve to feel good. I don't have self-control. Have any of you experienced this? The thing that I needed to learn early on was to check my ego at the door with sugar and realize that as much as I wanted to say that I'm totally in control, I have to admit that I am in control over sugar unless I start on it. If you and I have ever worked together, you've probably heard me talk about my favorite analogy with sugar. I like to compare it to a burglar. Let me explain. If you're in your house and you have your doors locked and your alarm system set, and there's a burglar running around outside, you're probably okay, right? But the second he rings the doorbell, or she, and you open the door, you're in trouble, right? Once you let the burglar in, you're screwed. This is how I now think about sugar. Once I would start, I would lose control and be screwed. As I said, I had to realize that early on that yes, I'm in control. I am stronger than sugar unless I open the door and let it in. Then it has control over me. That's how former drug addicts are, right? Or alcoholics or former smokers. If a former alcoholic or a former smoker decides that they're going to have a few drinks or cigarettes at a birthday party, do you think they'll be fine on Monday and go right back to not drinking or smoking? Why would they put themselves in that situation? Obviously, I do know that everyone has different thresholds for sugar, but I'm really talking to those of you who are like I used to be, and I know there are a lot of you. Be honest with yourself and about how sugar affects you. Getting off of it and staying off of sugar is all in our minds and how we look at sugar. Do refer to my other videos about sugar to learn more about how we need to rewire our brains as to how we look at sugar in order to be successful staying off of it. If you like this video, hit the like button, and as always, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.